Hey guys, this is Jason, and Daredevil Born Again has finally started. Yes, finally. But is it good? In this show, Wilson Fisk, played by Vincent D'Onofrio, is running for mayor in New York City, which of course starts a bunch of controversy, and people are talking about it in both a positive way and a not so positive way. While Matt is also trying to go through a new leaf in his life, he's not trying to be Daredevil anymore. He's trying to focus more on his lawyer job, but as you can already tell, both of these two are eventually gonna have their past identities start to emerge. Now, if you guys have been watching my channel recently for the past few weeks, then you already know that the Daredevil series is one of my favorite Marvel shows of all time. In fact, it might be my favorite Marvel show. It's got 3 seasons with great stories happening. It has great characters, great acting. The action sequences are really well filmed and well choreographed, especially with the long take hallway fight scenes and very terrifying villains. And I was really disappointed when they canceled Daredevil a month after season 3 aired on Netflix, which of course that enraged a lot of people. And that happened around the time when Netflix decided to just pull the plug on some of the other Marvel Netflix shows that were unfortunately not doing well back then. But they decided to finally bring Daredevil back on Disney Plus with Born Again, but this show had kind of a rough start when it was being made because it had writers and showrunners that weren't fitting for a Daredevil series at all. They were mostly known for comedies, and the first few episodes they already filmed were not impressing Kevin Feige, and they were making him go, oh God, this isn't Daredevil at all. Let's just fire those people and just get new ones that make it feel like it's continuing the original show. And that's exactly what they did. They fired the original writers and decided to hire new ones, go back to the writing board and reshoot those episodes and make them feel like the original series. And I'm glad they decided to just make this be a continuation of that show. And from what I got in these first 2 episodes, I'm interested. I'm actually curious to see how this show turns out. I love that it still has the dark tone the original show has. It still has some of the gritty stuff, and I was very impressed with what I'm getting in the story. Now, unfortunately, I am gonna have to get into spoilers in these 2 episodes, so if you have not watched the first 2 episodes of Daredevil Born Again, that's your warning. Go watch those first and then come back to this video because I am gonna spoil quite a bit about these 2 episodes. So, do you remember my review for the first season of Daredevil where I can't imagine Daredevil without Foggy and Karen in the show, and I thought that they were some of the best characters in that show? Well, unfortunately, Foggy gets killed by Bullseye in the beginning of this episode. Yep, Bullseye just shoots Foggy and kills him while him and Matt are fighting each other while Foggy is slowly dying. And that really got me concerned because when I was watching the trailers for the show, I noticed that the marketing barely had Foggy and Karen in them, and I found that odd. But now I know why, because Foggy's now dead and Karen is not talking to Matt a whole lot and she's now living in San Francisco. But with how that sets up the tone and introducing the new characters and showing how Fisk and Matt are dealing with their new lives, I give it a pass because it did get me interested. And I am still thinking that maybe there's a reason that they killed off Foggy in this show. Maybe there is a good reason that they did that. And I hope there is, because if they decide to kill him off for no reason, then that's just not fair. Where after that sad opening, we fast forward a year later where Matt is now in a different apartment and he's working at a different firm with new people, and Wilson Fisk is now running for mayor, which of course we are gonna believe that. We are gonna believe that he is now in a good side and he's gonna try and make things better in New York, and he's definitely not gonna throw it all away and become a killer again. He's definitely gonna do that. I think we can all tell. Because when you look at Wilson Fisk and how he reacts when someone talks trash to him, you can already tell just from his face at some point he wants to crack. He wants to kill someone for saying that stuff to him. And the next episode is Matt trying to prove that White Tiger is innocent and didn't kill one of the police officers in the police station, who is played by Camara de los Reyes, rest in peace. While While even though that this does feel like a continuation of the original series, it still feels like its own thing with its new characters, and even though I would prefer that both Karen and Foggy were still involved in this show, with what they set up so far, I am still gonna be on board. I'm still gonna give it a chance. Because one of the new characters in this show is BB Urich, played by Jenya Walsh, who is revealed to be Ben Urich's niece, which, spoilers if you haven't seen season 1 yet, because I'm gonna get into one spoiler from episode 12 of season 1 of Daredevil, where in the end of that episode, Kingpin kills Ben Urich in his apartment, and he was also Karen's mentor throughout most of season 1, which that would be kind of a cool passing of the torch for Born Again, like maybe have Karen come back and have her be the mentor to BB Urich, just like Ben Urich was to her. I would like to see that. The atmosphere is really good as well. You get the feeling that you are in Hell's Kitchen with some of the foggy mists that are around, and you get some of the great lighting back, the yellow and red lighting. The action sequences are pretty good. You still get the feeling that like when someone gets hurt in a fight, you feel it. Like when you hear a bone breaking from someone's arm, you get the feeling, ow, that sounded painful. And of course we get the long take fight scenes back, where we get a whole long take fight scene where Daredevil and Bullseye are fighting each other after Bullseye shoots Foggy, which that was also a rough scene, because while you're seeing that whole fight happen, you also hear Foggy's heartbeat going slow while he's slowly dying, which that was definitely rough, and I am gonna miss Foggy throughout the show. So yeah, I'm liking what I'm getting so far. I'm interested in the new characters. I'm interested in seeing how they handle Matt Murdock and Wilson Fisk throughout Born Again. I'm not going to get into my grade yet, because I am going to be reviewing each episode of the show weekly so that you get to see more of how I feel about the show. So I'm going to save my grade for my review for the season finale. So stay tuned for reviews for more episodes of Daredevil Born Again. So guys, if you have watched this show yet, what did you think about it? Do you think it's a great continuation of the show, or do you think that this was a rocky start? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, if you like this video, then please leave a like and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss a thing, because that helps my channel grow. Hit the notification bell so you know what other videos I'm posting. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.